Whew. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the Unity Tactical Hot button. So this guy right here, okay, so we're all familiar with Surefire's tape switch. I have one myself on my 16-inch Recce build, but the whole concept behind Unity's hot button is to conserve rail estate, as so they say. So it doesn't take up as much space as you would, for example, a tape switch, which takes up around, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches of your rail. If you notice this setup, my top rail is very clean. Okay. Now, what I like about this Unity hot button is it fits perfectly right here in this M-lok section, which is the 45-degree angle M-lok section. Now, they also have these to mount on top here for the Picatinny rail. Those are nice too, but I opted out for the 45-degree M-lok one because I want to keep this rail as clear as possible so that nothing is obscuring my vision through my EOTech. So when I look through my EOTech, I don't want nothing up on this rail interfering with my field of view. Might not be such an issue for some of you guys out there, and that's totally fine. But for me and the way I built this setup, I want it to be simple, minimal, and just the way I like it, you know, and I prefer this top rail to be clean. So this hot button here is momentary and constant. Okay, so you're able to manipulate it by pushing it down. Sorry for blinding you, but you can push it down like this, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure to actuate that light momentary. Then if you want it permanent, just push it all the way down until you click. Now it stays on. Okay? Also, what I like about it is they put very aggressive cuts right here in the back of this. And that's good for, you can even use this for your grip. So you can wrap your thumb over on this side and pull it in towards your shoulder. Let me show you. So you could literally put your thumb on this grippy that they give you, and you could push this in towards you if you wanted to. Now, I don't do that because it feels weird for me, but I like that they give you that option to where you could even use this, you know, for a recoil management device as well. So that's pretty cool. So as you see here, I have my M-lok 45-degree angle Unity hot button. It is momentary and constant. And another thing I like about this design is this cord. So the wire, they made it so that it tucks in. So it literally, they have this channel. There's a channel right under this device, and you could either come it out this way, or you could channel it towards the rail like I have it. And the wire is hidden very nicely right in between this device and this rail. That wire is hidden in that channel, right in between the Picatinny rail. And I'm able to neatly, as you can see I did here, neatly trace this wire over the top through the Picatinny into my Surefire Mini Scout Pro. So wire management is very nice because you can use the edge of this device to hide some of that wire. Now everybody's wire management on this end of it is, could be different. Some people like to use tape or Ranger bands. Some use zip ties like me, or some even have those M-lok designated wire guiders that I've seen too. But for me, I really like using zip ties because, as you can see, I'm still able to make that very clean and streamlined. Okay, and it works fine for me. Never had an issue with it. So let's take a closer look at this setup. So we got our hot button there, canted on the 45-degree M-lok rail. It fits nicely right in that groove. Wire management is tucked in. You see that? The wire is tucked in between the top Picatinny rail and the hot button because it has that right in there. It has that cave, that little channel, and the wire sticks on the bottom of that, and you could channel it in which direction you choose to. So some people might channel it and you could literally go from the side of your hot button and just right over the top through one of these Picatinny slots if you wanted to. But for me, I wired it because it is a long wire. I wired it back here, zip tied it nice and clean, ran it through one of my Picatinny slots, and then into my Surefire tail cap. And it's very streamlined and it's not going to snag on anything. So let's just take another look on how minimal and streamlined this setup is. So as you can see, we got the Surefire Warcomp flash suppressor in the front. We got our Surefire Scout Pro light. The Pro model has this swivel mount, so you can swivel it up or down and get it flush against that rail, so it keeps it low profile. And then on this other side here, we have the Unity Tactical Hot button, which fits nicely in this 45-degree canted M-lok rail section. I mean, it fits in there. Just love how they designed that. So yeah, this Unity Hot button is very nice. I do recommend it. You can buy it off their website for around $119. But if you go to Optics Planet, they have it on there for $95, which is a much better deal. So, again, take a look. So the way my hand grips this gun, it lands perfectly right where that hot button is, and I'm able to actuate it comfortably with ease, and it feels very natural when you press down this button at that angle. And again, they have this grip here, so you can pull it in to your body if you wanted to. I don't do that, but the way this sits feels very natural. See how I grip that? And it just sits right there perfectly. And I'm able to momentary on and feels good, or constant on. And I like it because when I'm looking down my EOTech, there's no obstruction from stuff being on this top rail. There's no obstruction whatsoever, and I have a full field of view through my EOTech lens. And I like that it's canted 45 degrees, fits right in this slot nicely. And for most people, when you grip the gun, when you do C-clamp, this falls right there very naturally. And it feels like natural, okay? And that's good. That's what we want. We don't want to do any awkward movements just to actuate the light. This feels very natural. Constant on, momentary on. And it's a minimalist design, and I do recommend this a lot.